Next up here is we have a stove that I've made out of an aluminum bottle. A lot more sturdy than the other two. Like I said before, it's a double wall design here, where you have a fuel bowl and you have your side jets here. I also riveted it with aluminum rivets on the side just to make sure, you know, it stays nice and sturdy in there. So here we go again. And this one doesn't need a pot stand like the first stove, and unlike the second stove, which you know, not a big fan of having to carry an extra pot stand. So once again, we're going to go with the 2 cups of water back in the room temperature kettle here. Top goes on. Now this one, unlike the other ones, does take a minute to heat up because it does have to bloom, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. You have an ounce, once again, of alcohol. This one needs no priming. You just pour it right in and light it right up. Now this one's a little bit more complicated in design, so like I said before, what's happening now is it's actually heating up the entire stove. And as soon as it gets hot enough to vaporize, you'll see the jets come up along the side. So very pretty. This is probably the best looking one I've got. So that was right at 1 minute and 20 seconds. And we're going to go ahead and put the water on this one now. So the pot's been on the fire now for right at 2 minutes. So just a little bit before 4 minutes there. We'll be at 4 minutes here in just a moment. It's already coming to a boil. About 4.5 minutes now, roughly. It should be to a rolling boil at this point. It is a nice rolling boil. So this is, you know, equivalent in speed to the other one. Definitely looks a little better. Water is heated a lot more evenly than the other one, if you notice how the entire thing is rolling to a boil. The heat is spread just about how I want it around the pot, not losing a lot of heat to the atmosphere there. So now what we'll do is we'll wait for this one to boil out. And about 9 minutes and 40 seconds for the total burn time on that. So they were pretty much equivalent as far as for how long they burned. And how fast and how easy is a different story. And we'll go over that here in just a moment with my final thoughts on the situation. Alright, so we're going to go over all 3 of these. The one with the pot stand, made out of the aluminum cans, the penny stove, burned about the same time as the rest of them. Took a little bit longer to light. Was a bit cumbersome to light. Pretty fragile. I mean, you know, if you were to really, you know, squeeze this, you could crush it. So if you're out backpacking or camping, and this is your sole source of boiling water to cook meals, make coffee, wash, you know, whatever, if you're a big oaf of a buddy, or you big oaf of your own self like I would, step on this, roll over on top of this, put it in your pack wrong, and you crush it, you're in trouble. Plus, having to carry this extra pot stand here with you, not so much fun. Second runner-up is going to be this simple can with the holes punched in it. I have to admit, I was very surprised at how well this one did. Very simple to make. Very, very simple to make. I made this in probably about 2 minutes. Didn't eat what's inside. Smelled really bad. And if I won't eat it, you know it's probably not edible. So, in a pinch, this would do. Once again, very fragile. You know, this would be pretty easy to crush, pretty easy to break. And my winner and favorite is once again the aluminum bottle. It is a bit heavier than the other two, but with that being said, it's a lot more sturdy. It's going to take a lot more to crush this than the other two. It boiled the water quickly. It was quite efficient, not cumbersome to light. Pour the fuel in and let it go. Now it takes me, after I've made several of these, this is for sure not my first attempt from the pictures you've seen, but you know, it takes me probably about an hour and a half or so to fully make one of these. Like I said, this one took about 2 to 5 minutes. This one right here took about 30 minutes or so to make, just because working with aluminum cans is really finicky. I don't like it. It's a good thing it's recyclable, because that's where it's going shortly after I get done with this. So that's what I've been doing. Hope you didn't find that too incredibly boring. And, you know, let me know what you think. Which one would you prefer? And if you really want one of any one of these particular styles, let me know, and heck, I'll make you one. So, thanks guys, and we'll catch you later.